Hi, everyone. This is Candy Johnson. I am your host, and this is Real Talk brought to you by Real Raw Records. Today, we're going to be discussing the difference between opinion, fact, or truth. All right. And the reason I felt it was necessary that we discuss this as a topic is because I've noticed that in many forums that people tend to confuse them quite often. So anytime where I see that there is some confusion, I believe that there is a need to bring some clarity, to help people out. You see people struggling. I was raised old school, that if you see somebody struggling, help them out, you know. So that's just my philosophy in life. To just when I see that there is a problem, if I can lend a hand, then I do. Otherwise, I shut the fuck up and mind my own damn business. Uh, in some circumstances where I might not be able to help, I might try to see if I can find somebody who can help. But if I can't lend aid to the situation to better the situation at all in any kind of way, I'll leave it alone. That's not. That's not. I feel like that's not my burden to bear. So I'll leave it alone. But anyway, all right. So we're gonna discuss the difference between opinion, fact, and truth. Okay. Um, since I personally am aware of that, there is a big difference between the three. Um, I didn't necessarily have to look it up. When you got an understanding about something, I don't deem it necessary to research it if you already know. But when there's a situation where you might uh, have thought you do, but really didn't, um, I think it behooves you, if you care enough about knowing what the hell you talking about, or knowing things and thinking things is two totally different situations. All right, because when you know something, uh, wow, there's an element of truth there that contribute to uh, the products, the things that you produce has substance. Okay, that may be a little difficult for people to understand, but um, for example, good example, a orange tree knows there's something within that seed when you plant the seed to uh, get an orange tree. Okay, the seed itself has an element of knowing. It knows what the hell it's supposed to do, so to speak. Even without a brain, that seed knows what it's supposed to do. Hmm. And so once you plant it in the ground and it senses that the surroundings are conducive to spring forth, it does that without question. And it brings forth fruits, okay? Orange fruits. It doesn't bring forth apples or bananas or whatever like that, okay? It brings forth orange fruits, all right? Fruit after its own kind. You don't see oranges on one tree, bananas, on one side of the tree and apples on another, because the seed itself, okay, knows to stay in its lane, all right, and to produce after its own kind, all right. So as with knowledge, when people know foolishness, they produce foolishness. Okay. When people know good, substantial information, they produce positive, substantial things. It's that simple. It's that simple. Okay. I was holding a conversation via Google earlier. That's a good example of how foolishness produce foolishness. All right. Now, I was responding to a post. Okay. And when I responded to that post, the person who posted it seemed to have a vendetta against the person in the video. So they were making a comment and showing they fruits. Okay. So I made a comment and so forth. Somebody else made a comment and we had the back and forth thing going on. All right. In the conversation. All right. But about midway through, not even midway through, after a few comments, I noticed my bullshitter meter started going on. Okay. But I carried on, old folks call it carrying. But anyway, I bear with the person, because I know people don't know no better. So I just kind of bear with them and try to help, bring some understanding. So I'm trying to help them understand the difference between having a leader and a dictator or a boss. All right. And this is why I came up with the title that we need to get some understanding between the difference in a leader and a boss. We have a lot we need to talk about. And so I'm not going to try to squeeze that all up in one segment. But I just wanted to point out how because that person lacking knowledge, their conversation produced nothing. They went all the way around the conversation, what it was about, and came up with the conclusion that I was trying to, that I was a part of the New World Order. And I was trying to indoctrinate them some kind of way. I said, what the fuck? I said to myself, I was over here crying, laughing, because I said, now, what part of this conversation resulted in this person coming up with this kind of conclusion? And I thought about it. I said, because the basis of his lack of understanding about anything was polluted. Anything he come up with after that gonna be fucked up, Even if he grabbed hold to a little bit of positive knowledge about anything, it's still gonna fuck it up some kind of way. All right. So because when people mind is on negative things and they focus, they geared on negative, you can't feed them nothing positive because they're gonna keep spitting it out. And they're gonna keep spitting it out, They're gonna keep regurgitating it because uh, you can't put nothing pure in an unclean vessel. In other words, once you put something pure in an unclean vessel, that contaminates the purity. So therefore, when you try to get that purity back out of that container that's already contaminated, whatever you put in there, it becomes contaminated too. Okay. So that's that. All right. But anyway, I've come across a lot of people with opinions because everybody has opinions. All right. I wrote a song called entitled "What the Fuck You Say," and I wrote that song because a lot of people will try to push off their opinions as if they facts. All right. And in many circumstances, I've seen people, especially in the debate scene or here on Google, they will not only go so far as to try to push off their opinions as facts, but they will also go further than that and try to assert it as truth. And they will get angry. You can tell the difference between a person that's voicing their opinion as an opinion because they don't try to force nobody else to think that way. Okay. They don't get angry. You'll see a lot of people, the evidence in the fact that they trying to force their opinions on somebody is if you don't agree with them, they get angry. They get real mad. Okay. Either they will get mad or they'll start hurling out insults. All right. If they don't start hurling out insults that have nothing to do with the topic, subject at hand, then another tactic they resort to is twisting your words around, okay, and saying you said something that you didn't say, or accusing you of something that had nothing to do with the conversation, okay. It's evidence, you know. This is how you know when people trying to control you with their opinions. So many times I've seen people say they don't want to be controlled. All right. Especially in this so-called truthers movement. Okay. However, these so-called truthers are people that they want to assert their opinion as truth. And they'll get an attitude if you don't listen to them. They'll get real mad, all right? Because they basically saying, don't let society or the government control you. Let me control you, basically, is what they sneakily, that's what they doing. They might not even, I won't even say sneakily, because sneakily implies that they know what they doing, all right? But I wouldn't even say sneakily, because I don't think they even realize that this is what they doing. They're saying, don't follow what the government say, do what I say is best, all right? But, you know, I'm the type of person that, and this is just my opinion, and how I judge things personally. But if you say don't follow after this particular belief system because it's wrong, I'm gonna listen up. Okay. If I already have an inkling that that particular thing is wrong anyhow, because I'm looking for what do you call that? An alternative. Okay. But if a person say don't follow this belief system and then give me another fucked up belief system to follow, it's kind of like people would say don't follow religious beliefs, and then they'll say, yeah, be an atheist. Well, no, well, you gave me a fucked up option. So I don't want that either, you know. No, I'm not going to exchange bullshit for bullshit, you know, basically what I'm saying. All right. So this is what happened when people try to substitute facts and truth for opinion. All right. Now, I'm going to go here on Google and see. I really don't trust Google as far as getting definitions for stuff because, and it's not Google that I don't trust, let's be clear. It's not Google that I don't trust. It's actually the people who are providing the information via Google that I don't trust, okay? Because people have changed the meaning of stuff to fit or to suit what they think, you know. So, like I said again, offering you in exchange for understanding you know, of understanding without any basis or any grounds or any substance. Okay, it's not substantial. Uh, what they're providing is the point. All right. Yeah, I'm sharing a link, so if somebody want to come in and provide some useful information or point out some something that is vitally uh, appropriate to the topic, you're more than welcome to do so. But meanwhile, I'll just proceed with what I have. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna look up, like I said, I'm gonna look up on Google the definition of opinion first, because this is seen to be a very big problem in the Google community, that people don't seem to understand that first of all, they don't allow other people to have opinions. Now, from what I've seen, you have this group of people that says, I want to exercise my right to freedom of speech, but then they want to shut you up. You know, something a little wrong with that. All right, something a little wrong with that, because you said you living in a. You mean to tell me you living in the same country I'm living in, and your rule, the rule of free speech applies to you, but it don't apply to me. Okay, I got a problem with that. Okay, just so you know, I got a problem with that. Okay, And the reason I got a problem with that is because that particular rule didn't have no specifications on it that say that whatever your fake ass Google name is you hide behind, it didn't say that only you had the right to freedom of speech. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You think this is your world? That's a very narcissistic mentality when you think that rules apply to you, and when it benefiting you, it only apply to you. It don't apply to nobody else. That's a very narcissistic top behavior. All right, grandiose. The fuck. Keep it real to take your ass back to fantasy land. Shit, with that bullshit. All right. Now, we're going to screen share and I'm going to show you what the word opinion means. Because you Googlers don't seem to understand and know the difference between your opinion. Even if you have a strong opinion, all right, it's still your fucking opinion. You dig? It's still your opinion. I want you to know that. All right. You need to understand that. In general, okay, this Wikipedia, I can't stand them, but we're going to go with what they got for now. Wikipedia said, in general, an opinion is opinion is a judgment, viewpoint, or statement about matters commonly considered to be subjective. What distinguishes fact from opinion is that facts are verifiable. All right. So you thinking that let's say, okay, you saying because I believe in God that I'm a part of a religion, that is totally your assumption. That's even worse than an opinion. That's an assumption you made because that don't even go together. You cannot prove that I'm a part of a religion. You can't put me in a religion and put me in no box with a religion just because I said I believe in God. Okay, you're asserting at that point. We might need to even probably had looked up what assertion is. But I appreciate Wikipedia for pointing out the difference between an opinion and a fact for us already in this one thing, because they know that a lot of people get these two mixed up too. And it's not the damn same. It's not the same. Y'all need to understand that. What distinguishes fact from opinion is that facts are verifiable. Okay? You can't verify that I'm a part of no religion. You can't verify that because I ain't in no religion. Where you gonna get your proof from? If you try to go to my videos and you hear me talking about God, you might try to use that, but then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna use that same evidence against you, because if you keep listening to the video, I keep telling you I'm not part of no religion, and I actually go as far as coming against religion. So then your evidence is fucked up. Now your evidence is my evidence against you. All right. Now, there's another thing called truth. Okay. And these, what I've noticed about these so-called, all right, they have a tendency of mixing up fact and truth together. Okay. Now, lots of people do it. We all do it. We all do it because we It's just something about the tendency of fucking up that humans have. We have that tendency. We will fuck up. Okay. And but people mix up fact and truth together. All right. Now, trying to think of a good example that differs or that shows the difference clearly between fact and truth. All right. Now, good example. All right. I don't know if it's dolphins or whales, but one of the two, they are mammal species. That is a fact. All right. Now, human beings are mammal species. Fact. Okay. I don't know. I probably shouldn't even use this as an example because I'm not real knowledgeable about the similarities. But if you just listen to the message, you get the point. All right. But okay, although they are the dolphins or whales or whatever they is that are mammals. I think it's dolphin that are mammal species. They are not human beings. That's a fact, but not a truth. All right. The truth is they are not human beings. All right. The truth is that they live in water and we live on land. All right. That's the truth. Undeniable. Ain't nothing you can go against that. We don't have no argument about the difference between those two. Okay. Can nobody argue that fact? That dolphins and whales have to keep their ass in the water or they gonna die. All right. Nobody want to argue the fact that humans live on land. All right. You know, we keep our ass on land. We might get in the water, but we don't stay there. All right. We don't stay there. We live, even our bodies is made up of over 70% water, but we do not live in water. All right. We live on land. That is a truth. All right. So when people start speaking and calling stuff truth that's only a fact, that creates problems too. All right. That creates problems. Okay. Because now what's happening is you begin to start comparing apples to oranges, and it's not the same. They're not the same. They both are fruits. That's a fact. They both are fruits. But what's not, and they both are acidic. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. It can be proven. All right. But what you can't do is you cannot prove that apples are oranges or that oranges are apples because they're not the same. That's the truth. All right. They are not the same. Okay. So people need to do a little more, have a little more thought process in what they say. I know people get excited and they want to prove their points and they so involved in arguing. They're getting in the argue zone, online and stuff. And they so caught up in their opinions and trying to have their own opinions because apparently nobody at home don't let them have an opinion. They ain't got no say so. Their mama running them, their job running them, their wife running them, their husband running them, the church running them, society running them. They got pissed off at Walmart because the man made them get in the back of the line and they ran up to the line first. Didn't nobody want to listen to them. They still made them get at the back of the line, type of shit, you know. So they don't have no kind of say so in real life. All right. So I know that a lot of y'all kind of gullible ass people. Y'all get online and want to have a little say so. Okay, I understand that. All right. But you make yourself look like a damn fool when you get on here and you start a certain shit and using your opinion and throwing it around like it's fact, and also have the nerve and the audacity to call it truth. Now we'll tell you this as always, okay? And we're gonna have another discussion about the difference between bosses and leaders, because that seems to be the issue here as well. But in the meantime, in between time, keep it real or take your ass back to fantasy land. Real talk.